It's Howard Stern on this date, and we're going live. Hello, everybody. I started late, but look who's here already. Look at all these comments. I got to get through these before I even say hello and sing and do all the fun things, but welcome to Howard on this date live. What we do here, of course, is we say hello. We look at some moments from on this date. We talk about sports. We talk about life. We talk about my dog. I know Aunt Cindy wants to see the dog today, but he's sleeping. Let me change the angle here so you can see the Aerosmith shirt. Let's see what people are saying in the chat here. Hello. Lance, first. Good job, Lance. Charlie Don't Surf, second. He wanted to be first. Congrats to Lance. Lance says he'll switch with Charlie. All right, these two are just having a lover's quarrel. I love it. This is great. Looking at all the comments, just running through them. What's your favorite Stern personality, Lance? Is what Charlie Don't Surf asked. Riley in Sour Shoes, he says. Yes, Lance says it's showtime. Hello, 5:15. Hello. Start in the Elvis theme, 3, 2, 1. Roll call. It's time for the roll call, everybody. Now, I did check this out, and let me see if I've got this one.
Just can't miss. Just can't miss. Well, we just can't miss. With a beat like this. It's the joint.
Oh! It's a roll call. It's a roll call. It's a roll call. What you gotta say? It's with Andre.
Wake up in the morning with the morning show. You know they got the flow. I'm here to let you know.
That's so good, and that's all. I don't know the words.
I'm calling out of Brownsville, and I'm here to shout it. It's Shonda on the phone, and you know I'm about it.
Yeah, we're doing the roll call. This is very popular, according to Lisa G. But it was asked for yesterday that we do the roll call. So hello and welcome, and let's do the roll call. See where everybody's from. Sorry, I was had to push us back a little bit, but I think if we go back further, I will also say I have no prepared notes. Normally I prepare, but was busy today. Had a lot going on. I'm gonna slow down a little bit. Hello, all. Matt says. Thank you for joining, Matt, and thank you for everyone joining here today. We just did the roll call, and that was fun. With Ed, Lisa, and Dre. So that was a big thing. Welcome today on this date. Let's see here. So I'm gonna have to do this on the fly. I don't like to do this on the fly, but let's see whose birthday it is today or what happened on this day. What is today? What is today? Tuesday? Today's Wednesday. Is today March 27th? I don't even know where we're at. March 27th, folks. Who's in the house? Lance says. Lance saying hello to Matt. Let's see. Oh goodness, my lambs. Who in the house is one of my lambs? It's Mariah Carey's birthday. Happy birthday. Mariah Carey, born in 1970. She's 54 years old. Doesn't look a day over that. Quentin Tarantino, born in 1963. Happy birthday to Quentin Tarantino. I think Norm Macdonald did an amazing Quentin Tarantino on Saturday Night Live. I miss Mr. Macdonald. Milton Berle died on this day in 2002. Rest in peace, Milty. He was a good guest on the show, but kind of an angry guy, right? He was not excited that he was not well remembered, I believe. Anybody going to the Aerosmith? Anybody have Aerosmith tickets that they're trying to see what's happening with them? I'm a fan, as you can see by the shirt here. By the way, the products are open, so if you have any products you'd like to buy from the Howard Stern product page, please do so. I've got some great stuff in there. But Aerosmith, so I was supposed to get my refund, or I could have gotten a refund. I'm like, let me check with the wife and see. And then the refund went away. So now I can't get refunded. I'm just waiting there. And we bought really good seats. So it was expensive. But I was seeing if anybody else is having these issues with their tickets. You know what I have, though? You know what I have saved? I always enjoy going to the number one song on this date. This is always good stuff. This is always good filler time. But it gives me time to talk about music, which I love. And I love, we talked about those yesterday. All right, number one song in 1982. This song was in a stretch of being number one for 4 weeks in a row. Rock and Roll Hall of Famer, Joan Jett and the Blackhearts. I love rock and roll. This song, number one on this date. It would be number one the next week after as well. It replaced Journey's Open Arms. And it would be replaced in April by a band that I enjoy. But we'll talk about that next time we go live. I Love Rock and Roll by Joan Jett. 4 weeks number one in 1982, including this week. 1986, the number one song on this date, Rock Me Amadeus. A lot of versions, a lot of different versions of that song. I was a fan. Falco, name of the band, German band. Falco singing Rock Me Amadeus. They actually were number one for 2 weeks in a row in 1986. Let's fast forward. What year do we want to fast forward to? Let's see. Anybody have a year that they're interested in the number one song on this date? This song, I hate. Not a fan. We talked about my dad yesterday. Number one song in 1989, The Living Years by Mike and the Mechanics. Now, this fella, his Falco was an individual? Is that true? I thought Falco was a band. How about that? Mike and the Mechanics, The Living Years, a song about his dad dying, and it was sad as shit. Living Years, number one, second week in a row on this date in 1989. Hello, everybody. Come on in and say your name and tell us where you're from. We're doing roll call. We're going to be doing a little Howard Stern on this date. I didn't prepare anything. Yesterday, we had just a nice, fun conversation between me and the commenters. I noticed that I was probably trying too hard to answer comments as quickly as possible. Today, I'm going to take some time. So if there's questions or comments. Black Crows were on the show today. The show was terrible again today, if we're calling a spade a spade. Let me look here. I did take some notes on that too. So I did a little homework. Not a lot, but I did a little bit. Here's what happened on the show today. Let's see. Started off with a lot of Black Crows talk. Should they be in the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame? So that was the talk there. Then they talked about Diddy and him being rated, and did a little bit on that. I passed through that with King of All Blacks was part of that. Taylor Swift and Travis Kelce vacation talk and all the coverage it's getting, so they did that. I skipped over that. They talked about The Bachelor for a little bit. I skipped over that. Shohei Ohtani talk for a real quick second with John Hine. We had a lot of Ronnie stuff. We had Mike Perlman fluff. We had some imitators, blah, blah, blah. And then the Black Crows were on. So they had two very quick segments, and then the Black Crows were on for 2 straight hours. They did Remedy. They did Hey, Hey, What Can I Say? And they did a new song. I love the Black Crows. I'm a big fan. And I like the first interview Howard did with him, but today was no bueno, in my opinion. Lance, that song played while my dad passed in the hospital. Sorry to be a downer. Exactly. That song is just not fun. Like, who wants to be reminded, oh, this song was playing when my dad died. Yeah, let's make a song and listen to it. Hello, Sippy Slippy. You bailed before the Black Crows today. Yeah, it was a painful listen, as usual. There was some Ronnie time, of course. But very, very fluffy and very nondescript. Again, we're here to talk about the show in the past because the show in the past was better. But just gave you a rundown of today. Howard it was Chris and Rich Robinson doing a lot of the talking. Again, I do love the Black Crows. Little known fact, my first concert I ever saw was Aerosmith. I believe it was in 1990. I believe it was July of 1990 at the old arena, formerly the Checkerdome. And the opening band was the Black Crows. I went with my older brother. What was I, probably 12, 13 at that point? And the Black Crows opened and we're like, who are these guys? We like this band. So, always have been a fan of the Black Crows. They sound good. New album out today. Sippy says, I love Howard, but have been bailing a few minutes into interviews. Yeah, we talked about this yesterday. The interviews, and it's funny because it goes from Casey Musgraves to Black Crows, and Hart's going to be in there, and Jake Gyllenhaal. It's always the same people usually. So he's even running out. I think he's running out of things to ask. He's asking Rich Robinson, the guitar player, about his guitar. So The Clash was your first concert in 1984, says Lance. So that was during the Rock the Casbah days. They broke up, I think, soon after, right? Mick Jones was the leader of that band, I believe. I like music. I can talk music with you. And then Big Audio Dynamite was created after, I believe, The Clash. So that's what I remember. So I'm guessing that might have been, was that a farewell tour? I'm not sure. But we're going to be looking at Howard on this date. But welcome in, and thank you for coming. Again, I say hello to everybody. More people coming into the chat here. Started a little later today than usual. Probably will not be on tomorrow. I'll be watching the Redbirds take on the Dodgers. I don't believe the Cardinals will win that game tomorrow. I don't believe they'll win on Friday. I don't think they'll win on Saturday either. And there's a possibility they don't win on Sunday. Then they'll go play the Padres. Yeah, I don't know if they'll win those games either. I believe they start 0-7. I don't believe that, but I think the Cardinals will actually start 2-5, maybe 1-6. But that's why we will not be here tomorrow for you. But so yeah, we were just doing music. Oh, let's look at 1992 on this date. Who did we have? We had "Save the Best for Last" by Vanessa Williams. Was she a Miss America? I know Sparky's up. So Sparky today. This guy is a hybrid. Okay, this is a Morkie. This is my dog. We're talking about. People love it. He's not barking, as you can hear, because he was barking all day. His tail is all red. Like I leave him alone for like 30 minutes. I come back and his tail is bleeding almost. He likes to lick himself. Yeah, he's like me. He watches his dad. But yeah, his tail's all bad. So anyway, thank you, Lance. Yes, she was. Well, I guess we're answering the question about Vanessa Williams. "Saving the Best for Last" was the #1 song in 1992. And I asked, was she a Miss America? So Sparky's not doing well. We will get him on one of these live casts soon, I promise. 1993 #1 song, "Informer" by Snow, Canadian rapper. Evidently those words were not even real. So that's Snow. Let's take a look at some Howard on this date. Fortunately for me, there was some off days here. Oh, in 2000, it was the Best of Stern. It was a Monday. Let's see what happened in 2001 on the Stern Show. March 27th, 2001. Just doing this on the fly, folks. It was on a Tuesday. Let's see. Craig Gass was in doing all of his voices. We had John Sally call in. We had Gary Garver doing some interviews. He interviewed Gary Busey, Bridget Fonda, Sean Young. And these guys weren't even in their prime at this point. But imagine doing these interviews now. Gary Garver, wonderful person to me because he's been here, I think, 3 times on this program and always fun to talk to. We had a lie detector test. Lie detector test for Cabby to see if he's, I guess, gay. And I'm not going to read those. I like doing my editorial. Are you sexually attracted to men? He wasn't truthful there, Howard. He wasn't truthful. Artie did a better editorial, but that was on this date in 2001. Oh, you want to look at the results? According to Ed, Fred was deceptive about all of the gay questions, but holding back. Crazy Cabby was asked different questions. Ed was worn out, kind of like me, so Ed was worn out on this date in 2001. Let's take a look at 2002. March 27th, 2002, on the show. It was a Wednesday, just like today, a hump day. Let's see. So Howard was asked about doing a speaking engagement and talked about how much people made for speaking engagements. Gloria Estefan made $200,000. Jay Leno and Letterman and Bill Cosby all made $150,000. So I'm guessing at this point now they make about $500,000. Well, Bill Cosby, I don't know about him. But you could get Kathy Lee Gifford at $25,000 and Carol Alt at $25,000. Who Wants to Date Debbie Schlussel? Do you guys remember when Debbie Schlussel was a big part of the program back in 2002? So what? 9/11 happens, and then this woman calls in, and she was very, hey Howard, I'm here to talk about the Pakistanis, and oh man, who's that? Sal with a super chat. Thank you very much. It's time to stop and recognize that Sal has given to the program. I appreciate that so much. Good to see you as well. Which is a reminder, folks, super chats are available. I never try to ask for them, but I really appreciate them coming through. Super thanks, super chats. There's memberships available. Check out the description for all the fun stuff. Good to see you, bud. I like to stop down. But Debbie Schlussel, back in 2002, was a big part of the show, and so they were having her on. I wonder what happened. That was somebody I was thinking about getting on this program because, don't people enjoyed her? She was a kook, though. But she always had, she seems like perfect for the time right now. Like back then, CNN and even probably Fox News was very kind of sort of, I wouldn't say down the middle, but you would have, normal news people presenting. And now you have Debbie, or now you have the kooks that are all on those stations. Lance says get her. All right, I'll have to look. Where's my notes? Tomorrow, I'm bringing in a notepad. I'm going to write this stuff down, although I have my phone here, so let me Let me add her name, Debbie Schlussel. You guys just kind of talk amongst yourselves as I put Debbie Schlussel. We'll see how she ended up on the show so much. But that was 2002 she was on the program. Let's go back and see what other year. Let's take a look at 2003. Let's see if they were on the air. This would have been a Thursday. With some Stuttering John discussions to start the show. Let's see. Howard said he got John's wife Suzanne on the phone. Didn't even say hello to her. So just some Stuttering John stuff here. Nothing too much going on. By the way, this is when I really enjoyed the show. Like 2002, 2003, 2000. Well, not one because Artie wasn't there yet. But like this first hour was always good. It was always entertaining and always good. It wasn't like guest heavy. It wasn't caller heavy. It was just Howard and the gang bantering about. Bantering. We're looking at Howard on this date in the 2000s. See, now the day that I don't come prepared is the day no one wants to chat. Hello, come in and chat. Say hello. We did a roll call. Do I need to do another roll call? All right, okay. You guys say I need a roll. So, we started off the program with the roll call.
Just can't miss. What we just can't miss. With a beat like this. It's the joint.
Oh! It's a roll call.
In the morning with the morning show, you know they got the flow. I'm here to let you know.
That's so good, and that's a B. No, that's Lisa G talking about the roll call. This is a rough one today, folks. Yeah, yesterday we had a lot of folks in here coming in and talking to, wanting to see pictures and stuff. And I had a whole list of stuff prepared. You know what I could do? I mean, I could go back to yesterday's stuff on this date, right? Hi there, Tom. Thank you. Tom says, just found your page the other day. Well, welcome in. This is what we do. Normally there's more people. And I started at a different time, so maybe we won't mess with the time. We're going to do this on weekdays, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, sometimes Thursdays, maybe Fridays. 4 p.m. Central, 5 p.m. Eastern. I'm guessing because I changed the time today. And that's my fault. I had stuff to do. I had a lot. Sparky's butt's itching and barking, and now he's up there barking. He's the dog. But thank you for coming, and tell your friends to subscribe and be part of the program. As we look back on moments on this date from the program that we all used to love. And now let's go back to the comments. Lance is here. Debbie is still around, and she looks better now than she did then. All right, so Debbie Schlussel is what we're talking about there. We'll see if we can get Debbie Schlussel. Hi, Howard. It's Debbie. I'm just here to talk about the Palestinians. Palestinian. I don't even know what she would talk about. I'm making that part up. Today is March 27th, I said, right? All right. So not any shows on this date. 04 or 05. So let's take a look at the satellite years and see what happened. Again, normally I come in a little more prepared. Today, I just wasn't as prepared as I'd like to be. I got to say that. All right. March 27th, 2006. We had no George Takei this week. We had Fred movie controversy. We had some Artie weekend discussion. Vilmer Valderrama visited. I remember this. This shows up on YouTube a lot. Howard's loud limo heater. We had Jillian Grace visit. Jillian Grace is from this area, by the way. She lives right down the road. I don't know if she's still here, but she was made by Howard. One of the most classic shows ever. Of course, it was a classic for us because it was someone from our little area here from Washington, Missouri. But she was the mother of David Spade's child, and still is. Not that changed. So there's a possibility David Spade's out here wandering around with his child that he had with a Playboy playmate. So yes. Hello, Tom. You said the petcock. I think I know what that is, but I don't know. I don't know. So that was 06. We had a good show back in 2006. What about 2007? Let's see here. Today is March 27th, right? All right, so we're looking at Tuesday, March 27th. Hi there, Charlie Don't Surf. He's back. All right, thanks for saying you're back. We had Riley Martin show negotiations on this date. We had Eric the Midget calling in about Sanjaya. We had Beth O discussions for a good 20 minutes, so that had to be bad. Evil David Letterman Intelligence Game. I'm guessing that was wonderful. Robin Leach visited. So this is a March 27th, 2007. I'm trying to think if I would have enjoyed this program. I really enjoyed when they were angering. Now, who knows if they were doing this on purpose, but when they had Eric the Midget all worked up because they were voting for Sanjaya on American Idol. He was definitely angry. Let me take a look here at the comments so I don't miss anything. Hello, Doug. Doug says Debbie was the female Elliot Offen. Well, that's not nice. Charlie Don't Surf says, I have to say hi to my new friend Lancey. Yeah, you guys are new friends. Lance says, Petcock was the value to turn the heat on and off in the limo. Oh, that's right. Okay, good call, everybody. I remember that. I just don't remember that. But thank you for remembering that because I didn't. About 2008. On this date, it was a Thursday. Howard's gay TiVo misses a show. So let's see what he was trying to watch. Let's take a guess. Was it The Bachelor? Howard said his TiVo cut off a bunch of stuff, including The Biggest Loser. So Howard did not get a chance to see The Biggest Loser. Tom says Ronnie got yelled at for weeks for that. Yeah, I remember. The word petcock has not been in my vocabulary for a long, long time. A reminder and a thank you. Who was that? I got to remember. That was Sal, who was very nice to join here and do a super chat. A super thanks. Those are available if you're enjoying this program. Also, you can become members. So check out the description. I always preload that up, and you can buy shirts and have all kinds of fun. But make sure you subscribe. Make sure you're commenting. King, hello, King. You asked, what happened to Stuttering Vic? That's a good question. I don't think he'd be possible to find. But I'm going to put him down as someone that would be quite... There's a lot of interns. I am trying, actually... I got to do this again. The intern that came in... No, it was Dean. Dean, the intern. And Dean was not there long, but Dean had a major part in the show twice. Dean, in 1998, was the referee for the Scott the Engineer push-ups. And then he also, I guess, harassed Roger Ebert in the hallway because he was a huge movie fan. And Dean is still out there. And Dean and I have conversed. So I'm going to try to get him on this program. Anybody remember Dean? I feel like I'm an old man when I make these noises and I change. I have a very uncomfortable chair that I use here. Debbie, Schlussel, and Vic. So those are two names from the past. We're looking back at 2008 on this date. Let's see. There was Elliot Spitzer was in his having his issues at this point. John the Stutterer had a show. Anyway, the Counting Crows come in. And then the story gets good. Artie slept during the Counting Crows performance back on this date. March 27th, 2008. So I don't remember that. I don't know if they showed him while, Adam Duritz is doing Round Here or whatever bad song he was doing. But Artie in his time where he's sleeping on the show back in March on this date in 2008. Jimmy, hello Jimmy. He said, did Dean have a lot of movie tattoos? Seems to be right. I think that sounds right. Who wasn't there? Oh, Chauncey. I'm thinking of Chauncey. Someone who had a really bad tattoo was Chauncey. He had like a whole script writing on his back. But yeah, that was Dean. So hello and welcome everybody. Thank you for joining. Again, we're doing this live all the time. Mondays, definitely Mondays, Tuesdays, and Wednesdays, or most Monday, Tuesdays, and Wednesdays, starting at 4 p.m. Central, except for today, 5 p.m. Eastern. And what we do here is we take a look back at moments on the Stern Show on this date, and we comment on them, and then the commenters come in, and I discuss things with them, and then we just start talking. And that was sort of what happened on this date. I didn't, again, prepare as well as I should have, but I do have my trusty what song was number one on this date in this year. And on this date, in 1997, the number one, hello there. Sorry, I stop when I see someone say hello. Hi, Churro. Hi from California. We did the roll call a few times. I played the version from 97.1. That was so immensely huge, evidently, according to Lisa G. So we played that a couple times. It is funny. But hello from California. Thank you for joining today. 1997, the #1 song on this date. And it was the third, well, it would be in the middle of a 3-week run. It was Wannabe by the Spice Girls. Yeah. Good song. Good video. So that is going to, I might conclude today early because I apologize. I wasn't on time and I wasn't as prepared as I'd like to be. Not seeing as much activity as I normally do, and that's fine. It feels like a lot of people like to come here kind of earlier in the week. But I will look and make sure I don't miss any more comments before I say goodbye. So let's run through these. Hello, Anthony. Anthony asks, whatever happened to Mrs. Stern, like the first one they did? She was a tiny little blonde airhead. She very hot but dumb. Can't remember her name, but I wonder if she's still alive. Her name is Andrea Ownby. She is alive, and I believe I tried to get her on this program. I can't remember. That was a long time ago. But maybe I need to go back and try that again. Evidently, she's around. So there's that. Lance is saying hello, Charlie. Hi, Charlie. My new buddy. So say thank you for saying hello to Charlie. Everybody say hello to Charlie. Thank you for joining. Again, I'm getting close to wrapping up early today. This is when we normally wrap up. But hello. Let's see what Reed says. Hi, I'm a scroller. First time I've seen you, but I like your vibe. Thank you, Reed. I appreciate that. We just come here and we look back at moments on the show. I look back at things that happened on this date, and I talk to the commenters and see what commenters, not the commenters. Let's be, we're not going to say that. You're not commenters, but thank you, Reed. I appreciate that. Hello, Tom. Tom says she had a kid and named it Beyonce. Is that true? Now we're talking about Miss Howard Stern, I believe, right? But did she actually? And I see all the hearts and things going up in the chat. Keep loving those things, but that's wonderful. Mr. Bufongo's coming in late. Damn it! No, I can stick around. We'll try. I mean, more people are coming in as we speak. I see people. They see that we're going live here and we're having fun, and they want to be part of the action as well, and that's fine with me. Next Monday, April Fool's Day, Sparky. I think Sparky's gonna be part of this program. My dog. Reed says number 502. I don't know what that means. I don't know if that means visitor, but hello. Mr. Mofongo says yes, it is true. Her name is definitely Beyonce. So that's terrible. I wonder who's the father of that child? Because we talked about Jillian Grace earlier, and we know the father is David Spade. And that David Spade might be seen walking around my neighborhood because Jillian Grace is right from these parts. Vincent says, a Baba Booey to everyone. Hello, Baba Booey to you too, and a Baba Booey to all. Hello. Lance says, first show, a guy here got shot and was in the hospital. Haven't heard from him. His name, Darren, I believe. Hope he's okay. I believe his name was Jared. And that was very strange. And I know that we continued to talk to him in the comments. I believe he's a dabbleverser, right? Is that from what I remember, Lance? You would know better than me. But I think his name was Jared, and he did bring that up. And well, we've been talking about it since Fa Flo Flo. Thank you, Lance. That's what Lance says. Mr. Mofongo, she already had the kid the first time she came on the Stern Show. Is that true? I don't remember that at all. I didn't know she had a child at that point. What do we think was the deal with her? Do we know? Like, was she? King says Miss Howard Stern got in a bad car accident. Yeah, I think I kind of remember that. I love when the questions start coming in, so I'm going to read this. Vincent Valentina, this is what we like to do. I like to get kind of this going on here. What's your least favorite staffer, past or present? So this is for the group, I'm guessing, and it's for me as well. And least favorite staffer, I'm going to say Howard. I'm going to go with Howard right now. Benji. I don't think Benji has ever made me laugh. I don't think he writes anything funny, seemingly, because Howard's not been saying anything funny in a long time. So I'm going to go Benji. Even though I'm sure I'd get along with him. And his Twitter's quite hilarious. I guess he's voting for RFK, or he's pumping out for RFK. Charlie Don't Surf says Jared was shot. This was from a conversation we were talking about a couple weeks ago. Jared came in and talked about being shot, but was here. You know him. How's he doing, Charlie? He is a Dabbleverse guy, and he knows everything about Stern. Well, I'm glad he comes here. Mr. Mofongo's also a Stern expert. Is Jared doing okay? Poor Jared. He was interviewed by KC last week. Okay. Is Casey still doing the Twitter thing? Because he was doing a live Twitter show and then it stopped. I got to put that. That's Casey. Casey wanted to do some work with me together, and we had some chats, and we'll see. You know, I like having him on the program. He's been on. Maybe I'll repost that one. So, Mr. Bufungo, my least favorite is Howard for certain. What do you guys think about Richard Christie? I just feel like he was, you know, funny with the phone calls, but all the other stuff seems, I don't know. There's Sparky. Sparky is now excited. Okay, I'm not going to read that about Jared. But Charlie says Casey's on YouTube almost every night, 9 p.m. Okay, so maybe I need to go check that out. I got to see where he is. An evening podcast on YouTube. Okay, he was doing it on Twitter for a long time. I guess I got to go search this out. Are you guys watching it? Is it good? His live stream tonight. I'll take a look at it. Again, I watched a little bit of his Twitter thing. He had a piano, and did he have guests? I know did he have Stuttering John on? I think. But I'll take a look at that. You know, I started this myself because I had no content to add much more. But I've kind of run out of folks to interview. I'm going to keep trying, of course. That's part of this, is to see if there's anybody out there you guys want me to try to get. We'll work on Debbie Schlussel. But Alec Clownvis is a St. Louis performer. So he's a clown who sounds like Elvis and does magic. And he does a live stream once a week, and it was hilarious. And I'm like, I want to do that. And he had Wendy, the slow adult, call. And she calls all the time to that show now. So now I need to get Wendy over here somehow. That's all right. Would you guys like it if I got Wendy over here? And we can just ask Wendy questions live? Maybe I'll try that. I got to work on the next thing is we're going to try to get this where we get people kind of in Zoom and kind of we'll talk about that. But let's see here. Let me look at the comments. Charlie says, Casey is not good. Sorry, but I have to be honest. So mentally, is that what we're talking about? Probably. Okay. Top 3 least favorite Stern personalities and why, Jacob is asking the group. So yeah, let's do that. Casey was good when he had Stuttering Joe on. I'm assuming that meant Stuttering John, but I thought there was a Stuttering Joe. Vincent, do you listen to current shows or only go back to old shows via YouTube? I don't know if that's for the group. Now I can say for me, I'm listening just for this port. I wouldn't do this if I didn't have to. I wouldn't listen to them at all because I do go listen and it's not good. Commenters are coming through here. Everybody seemingly wants to have Wendy here. Let me get that. Let me make sure I note that. Wendy. This is good. I can at least have a better note-taking system over here. Wendy. Let's get Wendy on. Casey's show is bad, says Charlie. Okay. I would love for you to still go and watch Casey. No, I'll take a look. I want to see what he's doing. If it's the same thing that he's doing on Twitter, I like Casey. I wasn't real entertained, I gotta say. But there's no baseball on the night, so I think we're gonna try to watch Curb, but we'll see. Leo asked, does Beth walk away with 33% or more once he's gone? Well, I think she would get 50%, or all of it. Like, what does once he's gone mean? She's gonna have, but I mean, she seems so trapped right now, right? I don't know. Everybody wants Wendy to be part of the program, so we will work on that. I appreciate that. Charlie says, I looked at Casey's channel. He hasn't streamed in 9 days. So, see, I'd be sitting here waiting for a Casey stream, and then I don't know if I'd be waiting that long. I think I missed an F, Marry, Kill. Let me see what that was here. Hello, sorry about that, Charo. F, Marry, Kill. Lisa G, Robin, Penny Crone. Lisa G, Robin, Penny Crone. Okay, kill Penny. Mary. Robin? Because Robin, you like maybe get to travel and have some fun with, and she has money. Yeah. Then she's the sugar mama, and then Lisa G, you can be done with. Yeah, I think putting Penny Crone in there is probably probably there. Hello, Vincent. Are you on the subreddit? I read it. I take a look at it every once in a while. So I run in there. If we're talking about the Howard Stern subreddit, I see what's going on in there. So yeah, I take a look. I like to reset as well. So we are live. What we do here is I go back and look at moments from the show on this date, and we talk about them. It kind of gets conversation going. I've interviewed a bunch of Stern staffers over the last 4 years on this channel, so folks come in and we all have a nice discussion going, and we do it live, and then I paste it later. So thank you for coming. We do have super thanks, super chats. I have products you can buy, so thank you for that. But right now I'm just reading what folks are asking. Casey had a breakdown talking about Anne-Marie and stuttering. You keep calling him Joe. Is it actually Joe or is it John? Either way. Yeah, I know he had a relationship with that Anne-Marie. So you're saying he hasn't been right since those streams. Okay, well maybe I'll have to go back and look at those from the past and see what he was up to. But Casey's been on this program, and again, we've talked a lot. And I'd like to have him back on, but I know he was trying to do his own thing, and I totally get that. Stuttering John's been on this program, but again, no, he's doing his own thing. So King, you say Casey was on last night. His show is crazy, but fun. Charlie says it's Stuttering John, not Stuttering Joe. I assume that. Maybe it's Stuttering Vic. Was there a Stuttering Joe on the show for a second? By the way, I watched last night, so... I get these YouTube holes, and I do this, and then I start watching old Stern stuff, and it was Stuttering John with Walter Cronkite and Tommy Lasorda back to back. When he gets thrown out of the Tommy Lasorda, he's just whispering. And then Fred played this sound effect of a bomb dropping before it does what? What was it? Oh, do your roids bleed from sitting in the dugout so much? And Lasorda just gets so pissed off, and you're the bomb. Anyway, the show was so good back then. What is Casey's channel called? Jimmy is asking. I think it's just called Casey Armstrong, if it's right. Charlie says he must have taken the show down, or it was membership only. Vincent asks, Shuli fans saw him live many years ago. I like Shuli. Shuli and I are cordial. He's been on this program, and we've talked since then. So yeah, I don't listen to the Dabbleverse. I don't really get into the Dabbleverse myself. They got their own thing going over there, and I think they're doing well. So I don't think they don't need any part of me. But maybe one day we'll all converge together in our sterndom. So let's see. Anything else? I'm going to go ahead and wrap up, I think, for today. This was another good day of discussion. We had a super chat come in and a super thanks, which is really the reason I do this. Just kidding. I love talking to you. This is my highlight of my day. We get to talk Stern stuff. I get to talk about what I watched. Got the Cardinals coming up against the Dodgers tomorrow. Got Mets and Brewers. The Yankees D-backs, I believe, right? They're starting with the D-backs. So many good games. With the Padres playing the Giants? Maybe? No, that doesn't sound right. But anyway, baseball starts tomorrow. It makes me excited. For now, I'll be watching YouTube. But I appreciate you all coming here today. We'll do it again soon. Keep an eye out. Always keep the notification bells going and alerts on, because you never know, I might just pop in. But I always like to schedule these things out so you can see it. You can plan your day around it. And I can't say thank you enough. I love when you guys come here. What's for dinner? Chicken pasta. White pasta. It's good. I will mention I had a wonderful lunch today, Joya's in St. Louis. If anyone is ever traveling through St. Louis, it's a famous salami place, and the sandwiches are as big as my flower pot I made here. So I'm a little slow right now because I got the salami gurgles. But anyway, thank you everybody. Thank you for coming. I see folks are taking off, so I'm going to take off as well. This is fun. Maybe be back tomorrow. I doubt it. But we'll definitely be back before Monday. Let's say that. Let's try to be back before Monday. Bye for now. Bye for now.